What's up, y'all? It's Lawrence from Three Brothers and a Shot of Milk. And today, finally, I ordered this like in May. Finally, it came. I have my Knightfall DC Multiverse Mcfarlane figure, man. I was so excited when I first saw images of this. I was like, I had to have it. This is the Batman of my youth. And it's not just Knightfall. This is like what Batman looked like throughout the 80s and the 90s. That guy right there. That guy's this guy. Let's get him open. Let's go. Boom. Here we are. Yo, this figure is so freaking fire. Let's take a look at the box. Typical Mcfarlane box. Batman, we know him as Knightfall Batman. And here we have an image. Now, yes, the figure does not look like this image, but this is the cover to the first issue of the Knightfall story arc, which, you know, concludes with Bane breaking Batman's back. And here we have it right here. Batman Knightfall. Let's get him open. So like I said, like I said in the intro, this isn't just like Knightfall Batman. This is pretty much Batman through the 80s and the 90s. And honestly, before that, if we're just talking about gray-suited blue Batman with the yellow oval and the capsule belt, that's like, that's pretty much, he looked like that for a long time before he was given the black bat and pouchy kind of belt. You know, when he was brought back to that, that looked old school. You know, they're going back to like Batman before the oval type situation when they brought him in. Wait, hold on. About to say, did Mcfarlane like not give ties? Wait, there's only one right here. Is that a new Mcfarlane thing, or is my figure not given the tie treatment? But who needs them? You don't need them. All right. But yeah, so like when he got the pouchy belt and went back to black and gray, that's like kind of old school how his first appearances before the oval. So for my whole childhood, this is kind of what Batman looked like. All right, before we do that, let's get this card out. Comes with a figure stand. Hopefully he won't need it. I don't like figure stands unless I'm doing specific posing with them. But anyways, and for those of you trying to find this in the wild, good luck, man. Good luck. Oops. This wasn't an exclusive, but geez, does it feel like it. Okay, well, Superman Lois, get back together. All right, let's look at this card. Like I said, I forget the artist's artwork here, but it's the first cover of that Knightfall comic. And if you want to read it, it's probably exactly like all the other Batman, you know, data files. Let me know if that's not true. I'll tell you what's interesting. They rounded the edge of the card because it was more square. So is that a new thing Mcfarlane's doing? They're kind of rounding the edges. That's interesting. Okay, let's look at the figure. Oh, we got accessories too. I'm tripping. We got a batarang, a blue batarang, feeling like that Adam West type style batarang. And we got some fists, which is really great. We don't usually get a whole lot of accessories with these figures, let alone hands and a weapon. So thank you, Mcfarlane. There we go. Okay, Superman Lois, keep holding hands. What are y'all doing? Anyways, here we are. Let's look at the figure and then we'll look at the accessories. Yo, this is fire. I love the idea that this is like a spandex suit. And you can totally see the wrinkles. Let me bring this down a little bit so you can really see it. I mean, and the face sculpt here is excellent. Excellent. And that yellow is so vibrant. The capsule belt give you a 360. Cape is nice and soft, doesn't feel super heavy, so hopefully you can stand well. And just the detail here, just even like the way his briefs create wrinkles in the spandex, because how it's hiked up, and you can see it right here. This is a completely new sculpt for Batman. The boots, perfect. You know, they didn't have the year 2 Batman messed up on the boots. They're supposed to be pointed up like this. That's how he looked back in the day. This is good. This is good. How does he stand? This is a dope figure, man. Oh, easy. I love it. All right, let me bring him in some more so you can really see this head sculpt. Yeah. Focus. Bring it down some. Like, it looks like there's a person in there for real, and you see a little bit of his nostrils underneath, if you can see that there. Just a really great touch, man. It's a really great touch. Let's check out his articulation. Just, yo, it's pretty good ab crunch there. Easy splits. This figure is not stiff at all. This is just a great body for Batman. I like the 3 Jokers kind of, you know, Hush Batman figure. It is really big. This one feels like it's gonna scale a little better with your other figures. Can't really look down though. The head swivel, however you call it, is not. You're not gonna get a brooding Batman too much here. But man, this is a dope figure. I love this. I need to bring the light down because the gray is bright, but it's not that bright. There we go. That's kind of truer. Now I know that it's hard to say how it's supposed to be colored, whether the gray is too light, the blue is too blue, because this kind of version of Batman, even the Knightfall series, were drawn very differently. Different artists took liberties, especially with the colors too. But I just want to show you guys, man, like, first of all, you know, got that Knightfall right here, breaking his back. And you can see him right there, like, it's a little deeper gray. The blue's lighter. But, you know, it varies. Because now the blue, this is more of a darker gray. But I think this Batman is meant to represent, like, the time period, not just a specific comic. But look at the silhouette here, man. That's this figure. That's this figure. Oh man, you youngins who don't know nothing about Knightfall. Batman got his butt whooped. Such a great freaking comic. Great series, man. And then, you know, before Knightfall, this Batman comic that came out, this is the 80s, way before. That's Jason Todd throwing a guy off the roof, allegedly. And let's see how Batman looks in here. See a good shot of Batman, you know. Now that's, you know, the gray is a little lighter, the blue's a little lighter. So you see, like, he's a representative of just that 80s and 90s time period where he's kind of like after that year 1, after post-crisis, where Batman is a little bit more edgy, is a little bit more gritty. So although it's the same color scheme as the pre-Crisis Batman, he's just drawn with more shadow, more depth. The cape folding over his shoulders. That would have been a great accessory if they were able to give us like an alternate cape that can fold over his shoulders. But yeah, man, that's this Batman. I know Comic-Con's doing the exclusive with the shading. I'm good. I'm good. Although that darker blue with the darker gray does, now that actually looks really close to Knightfall. But I'm real happy with this figure, man. I'm real happy. Let's look at these accessories. So like I said, we have this Batarang right here, which straight up feels like an Adam West Batarang. That's dope. And then we have just open hands here. Open hands. Let's see. Pops off real easy. Oh, I need the other hand. Pops off real easy. And just a really great, like, McFarlane's doing a really good job with fixing things that were a little kind of like wonky, where you really get folds of the glove going all the way up to the wrist. Just the detail is coming along lovely. And Batarang's a little small, or maybe the other Batarangs are just so big. This one feels small, but goes in his hands pretty good. Gotta play with it. I feel like I don't want to bore you guys with me trying to get it in his hands, but you get the point. Just like, I'm Batman. Oh, this figure's dope. This is my youth right here. I know I keep saying that over and over again, but to see figures come out in that kind of like collector's style, contemporary sculpt, but it's of comics you read as a kid. And, you know, we didn't get figures like this back in the 90s, back in the 80s. Speaking of which, I want to show you some other Batman I have that are of the gray and blue color scheme. And speaking of the 80s, I mean, literally, he is the interpretation. This superpowers Batman, which this is the McFarlane one, not the original, but like this is how he looked in the 80s. I mean, they're kind of the same exact figure. And the colors are, it's the same colors. So if anything, if you guys feel like these colors aren't accurate, you can look at it as a more realistic version of superpowers. If you feel like it doesn't represent the comics like it should. Me, I don't care. Next up, let's see him with, I mean, the first gray and blue Batman I really cared about. Come on, it's Adam West right here. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then, what else? Oh, okay. Where is he at? Where is he at? I pulled him out on purpose. Here we go. This DC Direct Batman, which I guess is closer to the Knightfall color scheme. His ear's crazy. Came like that. He was in a 4-pack with a bunch of Batman through the years. And just a comparison to this 3 Jokers Batman, like he is a behemoth compared to this guy. He is so huge, and just the difference in the emblems, like they're not just reusing pieces here, right? Like that, it's a completely different sculpt. Well done, McFarlane. But yeah, this Batman right here made it so you had a hard time standing him next to Superman because he's so big. But he's great with the Bat family because he should be the biggest one. Now let's take a look at this. Like, can you imagine some Elseworlds where this Batman meets this Batman, which is actually Superman? That's pretty dope. Who are you? Who are you? And then he just freaking flies away. If y'all don't know Speeding Bullets, y'all need to read that. And this figure is amazing. That looks pretty dope. And I guess, again, this is probably closer to the Knightfall color scheme, that darker gray and lighter blue. Very interesting. Very interesting. Mcfarlane chose to wait for the Comic-Con version to do those colors, but I don't care. I love this figure. I keep saying that, but it's true. Now let's see him with some Bat Family, man. Let's see him with, this is appropriate. I think this works well because the yellows really complement each other. Barbara. That can work, especially their belts are both capsule too. I think that works really well. This Nightwing, I'm not sure. Of course, this was not Nightwing's costume during the Knightfall arc, or I don't think Nightwing really had this costume when he... Did Nightwing have a costume like this when Batman was sporting these colors, even in the 90s? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't think Nightwing started looking like this until Batman switched over. But they scale good. Batman is still taller, as he should be. And then, last but not least, this is a match made in heaven. Like, they're going to be posed. I'll throw in an image or a little video clip at the end of this review to see, so you can see how they're going to be posed up. It's pretty dope. But this is what I love. Like, honestly, when I got this figure, I was like, I need a Batman that goes with him. I need a Batman that goes with him. And I was using this Batman in the meantime, because they worked. The first issue, this is the first Mcfarlane Batman. Like, how about that? The latest Mcfarlane Batman and the first Mcfarlane Batman. Look at that head. Mcfarlane came a long freaking way. But I was about to get that Hush Batman, which is amazing, the gray and blue. But when I saw this was coming out, I'm like, that's the dynamic duo right there. Oh, that's so dope. Okay, I can look at that forever, and I will. And even their batarangs complement each other. Yeah, these figures are meant to be posed, and with that smirk, you can easily make this your Jason Todd figure, for sure. Now look at some bad guys. We got this Catwoman, who is Knightfall Catwoman, and they go together really freaking well. That looks dope. And Batman didn't really have this costume during this storyline, but he has something very similar. So you have that Killing Joke Joker. That works. How? I don't know. Joker's a little tall, though. Force perspective. That works. I still like, it's technically a 3 Jokers Joker. Still like him with my 3 Jokers Batman, though. Now let's look at him in the Flash. Now this Flash is very busy, and I love it. I like this Flash. I like this Flash better than the one we're getting. I love the fact that we're getting the unmasked head, but I like the sculpting in this figure. I like the idea that his lightning bolt is raised up, and the gloves have sculpting around the lightning. You know, if the other figure had that, then I'd be all for it. But this New 52, I'm cool. But it is New 52, so they don't work as well together. But if you're talking about that classic style, bruh, this works. And finally, Mcfarlane gave us a Batman that works with its most classic Superman. This is the best Superman. This is the best classic Superman Mcfarlane has made. Hands down. The other one's body is too bulky, and this is the best one. And the other Batman towered over this Superman. But this works. I mean, Batman's still a bit taller, but That looks straight up like that New World's Finest comic that's out now. That's dope. That's so dope. I can't say it enough how much I love this figure. I can't say it enough. I think it's an amazing figure. Mcfarlane absolutely killed it. The cape is soft and buttery, and nothing's too tight. Nothing's too loose. It's perfect. And let me bring this down a bit. And it's just an excellent figure. Head sculpt. Focus. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Let me know. Did you guys cop this? Are you gonna cop it? Let me know. I'm so happy I did. Took forever to get here. Orders are coming in. I got mine from GameStop. Canceled my Amazon. I couldn't find them anywhere. GameStop finally restocked on the pre-orders. Restocked on a pre-order. That's the world we're living in. But anyways, that is my figure. Make sure you like, share, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. Let's build this channel up. I have so much fun geeking out with you guys. I can't wait to the next unboxing. What is the next unboxing? You'll have to wait and see. I've been tracking down a figure. We'll see if I can get them. But anyways, this is so dope. I'll be back. Same bat time, same bat channel. And after I say peace, you're going to see the display, which I think is pretty freaking cool. But anyways, same bat time, same bat channel. I'll see you next time. Peace. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Three Brothers and a Shot of Milk.